All right, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with a quick video, man. Well, actually, first of all, hopefully, the most on your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies, you are consumed. We're alive, the most on your house shall body, and two, we're naturally alive. And yeah, man, just want to come back real quick, man, because shout out to brother sent me firstborn because he was talking about this. I was meditating on this the other day about like even the whole. He actually mentioned this in Wednesday's class, and gosh, I can't believe I fell asleep during last night's class. But anyway, he mentions the what last night's not last night's Wednesday's class in the video, man, about how like the one the like the Genesis and the likeness and darkness in Genesis, man, is pretty much the it's righteousness and wickedness. And when we read, in Genesis chapter 1, but also too, that's what we mentioned about the plagues of Egypt, man. That's what like the whole thing when one of the plagues of Egypt in Exodus 10 was about, to separate the children from the light and the children of the dark, man. So that's why. That's why it even says, like, in Jeremiah 4:22, our people are sottish children that love darkness, love pretty much wickedness. And, like, because what happens in the darkness, man, like, you can't see where they're going. But that's why Yahushua even said, what's done in dark will come into light. So not only me, but people do behind closed doors will eventually reveal itself. And eventually, like, the Maya Angelou code comes in. Well, I mean, like, they always say in the world, man, like, the real you is eventually going to come out. Like that's not only saying that, but the word, the light, the righteousness of the Most High House, the faith, and is eventually going to the darkness is eventually going to is eventually going to expose itself. Honestly, they don't even have to expose, because what did Yahushua say? I don't testify against you. The word testifies against you, man. The Most High Himself, the Most High Yahushua, in the law, testify against you, and that's the two or three witnesses right there, man. Of course, I would say the angels, but they were on one accord with the Most High Yahushua, man. So, yeah, man. But anyway, man, I just want to get into this because I was reading Ecclesiastes chapter 33 yesterday, and we're gonna get into it a little bit. This is going to show you how the Most High made, how He made, yeah, exactly, everything in twos, man. So, let's get this Ecclesiastes chapter 33, verse 15, and verse 33, verse 15. So, verse 14. We'll start at verse 14. We'll start at verse 13 because this goes into what Isaiah and Romans says. Pretty much, the Most High Yahweh can do what He wants to do, man. They do what they want to do, man. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hands to fashion it, at his pleasure, so is man the hand of him that made him, to render them that liketh him best. Exactly. So, pretty much, in other words, man, the Most High Yahweh can do whatever they pleases, like Psalm says. And who are we to tell him what to do? But verse 14, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. And that goes back into Genesis 3:15, pretty much. Verse 15. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, one against another. So yeah, let's go back to, and this tells you like from the beginning, man. This is in the law right here, man. This is like in the really beginning, man. Let's get Genesis chapter 1, verse 4. Then we're going to get then we're gonna get that's really it, man. But Genesis chapter 1 verse 4, it says and Yahweh saw the light that it was good, and Yahweh divided the light from darkness, and Yahweh called the see that goes into what we just read, set in twos, exactly. It's good and evil. It says, and Yahweh called the light day, and the darkness He called night, and the evening was the morning at the first day. So yeah, man. But also too, man, that's why I said in John 9 that let's just look at that real quick, man. Because now we live in a time, we don't live in time of day, we live in time of the night, man. But that's why, let's just grab this real quick. Because he is the light. He is it says verse 4. It says, I must work the works of him I sent while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. So see, exactly, man. So that's why it is what it is, man. But that's why even that, like, because, and that lines up with that second Esdras 1:35 and 37. Well, because the word is a miracle at the end of the day. Because people would say, like, oh, man, why, I'm not healing people and doing this and this and that. But, like, listen, the word does that, man. Of course, signs and wonders are for unbelievers. But also, too, as well, Yahushua is saying this because, Like now it's day because he's here. He's the light. He's that, man. But also, but that's why Yahushua said, listen, be the light in the dark world, man, because the world's gonna act colder and colder, and this world is filled with darkness, man. And like just like St. Genesis 1, void, man, because like what did Proverbs 21 said 16 say, man? Pretty much, if you're out the ways of understanding the Most High Yahushua, man, you're pretty much like dead and pretty much void of understanding. And this is what the world is filled with now. But that's why Yahushua said, listen, you got to be a light in the dark world, and in the world filled with darkness, man. I was actually talking about this to I was at a trip yesterday, bowling trip yesterday for the summer camp I work with. Even the Edomite lady, she came up to me and saying that stuff, man. She's talking about, well, she's kind of on some global stuff, like kumbaya, the whole hands, stuff like that. So I mean, by understanding her point was, she said, "Listen, we should just all be peaceful." And actually, no, let me take that back, because really much like she kind of said what Paul said, man, be at peace with all men, pretty much. That's kind of what she was saying in a roundabout way. And I was like, yeah, exactly. And we had to demonstrate that. And like we always say, like like I always talked about that with my brother and my homie. Like even somewhere like here in Philly, because Philly's a really and also other places scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But I'm saying Philly because it's a very envious city, man. But very negative and envious type of city, man, type of place. But it is too. But somebody has to be like the light in it, man. Like of course, but unfortunately for Philly, if you like try to do that and your name starts ringing bells, like they'll eventually kill you just for being positive. Like that's what they did. That young brother, the rapper Quad, like he rapped all about positivity, and they killed them because of envy, pretty much. But anyway, yeah, man, even like and this is like supposedly city of brotherly love, man. So somebody has to embody that, man. Even if it's a few, man. That's what. But I say that on the natural tip because that's what the Most High Yahushua wants for us. Like in this world, like to be the children of light. Let your light shine upon men, because this world is filled with darkness, man. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22 real quick. I ain't gonna end off with that. Jeremiah 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish, for they have not known me. Exactly. They have not known me. They are sawdust children. They have none. Going back to what we said, they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Verse 23. But I behold in the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, the heavens, and they had no light. Exactly. So the earth is filled with darkness. Let's go back to Genesis real quick, man. Exactly. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's just like they love wicked people as well. Love wickedness, love darkness, man. So verse Genesis chapter 1. Where's that? Okay, I think we did read that. Yeah, oh yeah, Genesis 1 and 2, I'm sorry. And the earth was up without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Yahweh moved upon the face of the waters. So yeah, exactly, man. Let's get this Proverbs chapter 21 real quick, man. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16. The man that wanted out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Yeah, exactly. Void. Without understanding the Most High Yahushua, to know them, to know their name. Exodus 34 and 6, Numbers 14 and 18, Jeremiah 9 24, man. That's what it is right there, man. So that's what and even Sirach 20 goes into. Listen, man, like a lot of our people just love wickedness, man. Because this too, that's not a new. Because this too, that's goes into show you it's just like it's nothing new under the sun, man. This is generation after generation, man. Like whether it's righteously or wickedly, man. It's the same game, different players, man. Because honestly, man, because our people, like listen, a lot of our people, even inside the world or even outside the world, just in general, right? We always say, man, why do we glorify the criminality, the whoredom and stuff like that? I'm like, man, this ain't nothing new to our people. Listen, our people really chose a gangster over God, to be honest with you. A gangster over the Most High himself. Like we really chose. Like we're the same people that chose, like Barabbas over Yahushua, man. So it's like that's nothing new with us, man. So that's why when people like with they just blame like that's why I always went against the notion. Now, is it valid? Is it valid? Like the the criticism against well, not the criticism, I should say, the blaming of like the music pretty much per se. That has the music done a good damage on our people, yeah, exactly, it has, and it has throughout some decades, especially particularly rap music pretty much. But but that's why I was against the notion, man, because because our people been like this, man, because the whole because we see it right now with the whole drill stuff like that, and but even throughout, even with the '90s, late '80s and early '90s, see the Lord's Tucker and all that, they were steamrolling albums, the whole gangster rap thing. But that's me personally. That's why has it had an effect? Yeah, it has that influence. Yes, but I always went against the notion of that, man, because honestly, our people been like that, man. We been chose this is the same people that chose a gangster over or a thief or a criminal over the Most High Himself, that manifested in the flesh, meaning and being Yahushua, man. So there's nothing new with us, man. We been that way. That's why there's nothing new under the sun, man. So yeah, man, and pretty much, man, it's not really nothing new on the sun. I remember watching a brother from True Nation say this, man. Because a lot of times too, because when you're living certain things in real time, you don't think that it's or we can get to, sometimes you can get into utopian type of thing where we can glorify the past too much, and and plus our people been like this, man. Like the brother from True Nation said, man, our people aren't we reading, man? Our people kind of been wicked, man. Our people in totality, of course, even to now, there are a lot of our righteous brothers and sisters. Yeah, of course, whether they of course in the word, most importantly amongst in the house, even out the house, even or to natural to yes, but just as a totality. But our people been like that, man. So there was really nothing new on the sun. Really started to shoot, but and shoot, that whole evil eye hating each other, man, really started with Cain and Abel. That's a really another story for another day. I'm kind of going into, but yeah, man, I just want to get into this, man. Don't pretty much, but we're talking about the children of light versus children of darkness, man. So it's all tying it together. But hopefully it's edifying, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.